Welcome to this week's podcast of the Atlanta Radio Theater Company. For your listening enjoyment, we present 4 selections from Guerilla Radio Theater as presented live in 2003 at Manuel's Tavern in Atlanta and co-sponsored by the Fellowship of Reason. Tonight's pieces are comic satire. If they offend you or make you think, then the writers will be gratified and would love to hear from you. Both writers may be contacted via our website at www.artc.org, which also carries studio-quality CDs of our other works for sale. On Saturday, October 28th at 8 p.m., and Sunday, October 29th at 2:30 p.m., the Atlanta Radio Theater Company will bring you a collection of original audio dramas with a focus on horror and dark fantasy. Into the Labyrinth preserves the time-honored tradition of using the magic of radio to spark the imaginations of its listeners, this time with a slant towards the macabre. We will present a selection of short comic subjects with a Halloween theme, culminating with our feature horror presentation, Throne of Shadows, by Thomas E. Fuller. This year's performance will be at Stage Door Players near Perimeter Mall in the North DeKalb Cultural Arts Center, 5339 Chamblee Dunwoody Road, Dunwoody, Georgia 30338. Our first program is Swatting the Books by Ron N. Butler.
What the dickens is that?
Open up! I think so. It's knocking on the front door.
At this hour, it's
I said open up in there.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, get the battering ram.
Oh my God! They've broken down the front door. Burglars!
Freeze!
Hands up!
Don't move.
Assume the position.
Please don't shoot. My wallet's on the dresser.
Screw your wallet. This is a bust.
Police? The SWAT team?
Not exactly.
DEA, there aren't any drugs in this house.
There aren't?
No, there aren't.
No, we're not DEA.
FBI? Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and... Oh, what is that last one?
Firearms. No, we're not the BATF. Jeez, just read our body armor.
It's kind of dark in here. It's FCLS? Federal Criminal...
Actually, it's Fulton County Library System.
Librarians? You're librarians?
I'll ask the questions around
What is
here.
the library doing breaking down our door in the middle of the night? And since when do librarians run around in black body armor pointing guns at people?
Like it's a funding thing?
Funding?
Look, you can't get an increase in your budget unless you've got a paramilitary unit. I mean, first the FBI had the hostage rescue team, and Homeland Security is all over the place. Police departments have had SWAT teams for years.
And look at the Immigration and Naturalization Service. With the great job they did rescuing that little Cuban boy, you can bet they'll get an uptick in their budget next year.
Funding.
And since Agnes and I were in enforcement anyway, we got to thinking...
Wait a minute. Enforcement? At a library?
Well, I keep the kids from pulling up porn on the internet.
And I wake up the homeless guys at closing time and prod them outside. And let me tell you, there was this one guy...
Stanley.
Sorry. Anyway, we set up the Publication Repatriation Assault Team. This is our first night out, and you're our first perps.
But what exactly does the Publication Repatriation Assault Team...
Just a second. 6 weeks overdue. 1, a copy of ISBN 05254906242, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Carol, Lewis.
Oh, that's a great book, especially the opium imagery. I can't blame you for keeping...
I returned that book a month ago.
That's what they all say. Can you prove it? Have you got a receipt?
A receipt? For a library fine? Who gets it?
Yes, I do. The librarian was this peculiar little girl with her hair in braids. She had studs in her lower lip, so I couldn't understand her very well, but she was very insistent that I take a receipt.
Damn it, Melanie. Okay, well, where is it?
Well, I guess it's still in my wallet, in my purse.
Here, I'll get it.
Don't move, don't move!
Look, I'll just get her purse.
Shoot him, shoot!
Oh my God, you shot me! Blood, there's blood everywhere. I'm wet with... This is water.
Oh, God.
You shot me with a water pistol, you moron.
Look, I'm real sorry, mister. It's all I had.
Stop right there. This is no water pistol I'm holding.
Oh, what is it? A super soaker?
A paintball gun.
Don't move a muscle, Winston.
It's just a...
Do you want to get paint out of my mother's goose down comforter? Do what she says.
This is ridiculous. I'm going to turn on the light.
Oh, Winston, no! That's the one with the short circuit.
Oh,
Winston?
my heart. My chest hurts.
If he has a heart attack, I swear I'll sue Fulton County and you too personally for every penny that
Oh, forget it, sister.
What?
Sovereign immunity.
What do you mean, sovereign immunity?
That means we're public servants, just doing our job, and you can't sue us unless the government decides to let you.
Fat chance.
Calm down, hon. I'm feeling a little better. I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, well, let's just let it go this time. Tell you what, we'll just assume you've got that receipt, okay?
So this was all just a little mistake, and we're square, okay?
What about our front door?
Sovereign immunity. Oh, just a moment. Does a Henderson, Ian live around here? 550 Promenade?
I am not going... Oh, 2 doors down. On the left.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, 8 weeks overdue. Hit the White Bart by Ayub Masad.
Are they gone?
Finally. Oh, are you going to be all right?
I think so. Wait a sec. Were they looking for Henderson down the street?
Yes.
Gun Nut Henderson?
I've never called him that.
The guy who won't buy Girl Scout cookies unless the Girl Scouts join the NRA.
Does he do that?
I think we need to call the police.
Right now?
In fact, I think we'd better call 911.
Oops.
On second thought, I guess there's no great big hurry.
Yes, dear. Anything you say.
Our second program is NosyNet by Daniel Taylor.
Welcome to a new era in banking.
Thanks for coming in to apply for a loan. Have you finished filling out the form?
Is this all of it?
Of course.
Just my name?
And national identification number. That's right.
My what?
I'm sorry. I mean your social security number, of course.
I see. That's all?
That's all.
No, how long in my present house?
Not necessary.
No, how many credit cards do I have?
I'll have that in a moment.
What?
Well, your credit history is just a few keystrokes away now that our computer has accessed the National Online Secured Inquiry Network.
The what?
NosyNet for short. The federal government requires all privately owned databases over a certain capacity to provide an internet gateway through which licensed agencies can access their data. Oh, only for appropriately sanctioned purposes, of course.
Of course.
And one of those appropriate purposes is verification of credit history. Ah, here we are. The report's finished. Now, let's see. Here's your house payment. Oh, you missed an opportunity to refinance 6 months ago. That would have saved you $1,000 a year in interest.
Really?
Yes, but don't worry. That's not an automatic rejection anymore. Sometimes it's to our favor if you don't pay that much attention to your financial options.
What?
Oh, never mind. Oh my, that was an expensive vacation in Orlando last year, wasn't it?
No, that was work-related. It was a seminar.
Oh, really? But you charged 2 3-day passes to Disney World on your visa. And here's where you took your wife to Lord & Taylor and charged almost $600 of ladies' clothes.
That is...
Oh, wait, no, wait a minute. Here's your wife's signature on your Chevron credit card receipt. She bought gasoline at the service station across the street from your son's dentist. That happened about the same time. I guess you didn't take your wife to Orlando after all.
No, I didn't.
I see. But then, who was the other person at dinner?
What?
At dinner. You went to a different night spot every night. Polynesian on Tuesday, French on Wednesday, and the Shakespearean theme restaurant on Thursday. A very expensive dinner for 2 every time.
Well...
And then you got back to your hotel room and ordered a bottle of champagne from room service.
Well,
And 2 breakfasts the next morning.
Well,
I suppose it really doesn't matter, does it? I mean, this isn't really relevant to a loan application, is it?
Not really.
Of course not. Just as it isn't relevant that when your wife signs her own charges, she buys size 11 dresses and she could never wear the size 7 wardrobe you bought in Orlando.
I suppose not.
Now, let's let's discuss my fee.
First District of Columbia Federal Bank. Don't worry. We're from the government. We're here to help.
Our third program is in Human Rights by Ronan Butler.
Good afternoon. This is Jane Handley Page for I Am, You Are, He Is, a journal of alternative views and opinions. We're in the UC Irvine office of Professor Erasmus Tutwiler, prominent animal rights activist. Thank you for talking with us today, Professor.
A pleasure, Miss Handley Page.
Could you explain a bit about your philosophy for our audience, Professor?
Happy to. We in the animal rights movement believe that our fellow creatures are as entitled to the basic rights to life, health, and security as any human. Our philosophy recognizes the underlying unity of...
Erasmus Tutwiler, I arrest you in the name of the PETA Direct Action Strike Group and of the life forms you have slaughtered. Hands up!
My, that's a very big gun you have.
Thank you.
PETA? But I'm on the board.
Not that, PETA. People for the Ethical Treatment of Asparagus. You will pay for your crimes against the flora of the earth.
Crimes? What crimes?
The first charge is tree torture. Do you deny that you have mutilated and stunted the growth of trees for your sadistic amusement?
I do bonsai in the evenings.
You are condemned out of your own mouth. Do you deny that you have stolen and eaten the ungerminated young of plants? The evidence of your crime is right in front of you.
Evidence? What evidence? All that's on my desk is a sack of sunflower seeds.
And it makes me sick. By Goddess, Tutwiler, what depraved feast will you stoop to next? Eggs? And the third charge, wearing the corpses of plants on your vile body.
It's from Banana Republic. They never told me.
Is that why you're all dressed in those polyester disco outfits?
No excuses, Tutwiler. I find you guilty of malicious herbicide. Prepare to atone for your crimes against flora by becoming fertilizer. 1, 2...
Erasmus Tutwiler, I arrest you in the name of the... Hey, who are you?
The PETA Direct Action Strike Group.
PETA? Hey, come on, Tutwiler's on your board. Jeez, did he miss paying his dues or what?
Not that, PETA. People for the Ethical Treatment of Asparagus.
Asparagus?
Now, who the hell are you?
We're the Micro Rights Defense League.
Oh, please.
And we're here to terminate Erasmus Tutwiler for his crimes against the microorganisms of this planet and his false consciousness as a phony, bourgeois animal rights activist.
Well, you can't have him. We were here first.
Doesn't count.
Does?
Doesn't.
Does? Doesn't. Does? Doesn't.
Excuse me,
Doesn't.
sir.
Does?
Doesn't.
Oh, what does your group want Professor Tutwiler for?
Well, first, for the criminal exploitation and mega murder of microorganisms. He was observed committing the crime earlier today at lunch at the faculty lounge.
What are you talking about? All I had for lunch was a cup of yogurt.
See? See? He boasted of his crimes. Second charge, this.
Ow, let go of my arm.
See?
See what? That's just my smallpox vaccination.
Just a smallpox vaccination.
You're going to want one soon.
Smallpox is only the most endangered viral species on Earth, existing only as 2, 3 tiny, pitiful, imprisoned colonies where once great tides of smallpox virus flourished within the bodies of Earth's mammals. Hey, come back here! Hey, guys, through the window! Shoot him! Shoot him!
I can't! The coward is hiding behind those azaleas!
So what? Shoot him!
But they're azaleas!
They're just bushes! Waste them!
Just bushes.
Right.
Right. Some respect for life kind you have. We would have had Tutwiler usefully fertilizing the daisies by now if your lot hadn't come busting in. Damn, there he goes. This is all your fault.
Hey, I'm not the one who let him get through the window.
Why didn't you go grow some herpes, germ kisser?
Tree hugger.
Ooh, go play with your pus collection.
Petty bourgeois macro.
Guys,
Just
we wouldn't want to interrupt your ideological discussion, but is it okay if the crew and I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Get out of here. Just,